Does your face mask get broken easily? Had to throw it away after a single use for hygiene purpose? Feel uncomfortable after long hours wearing it or even hurtful to your skin? Worry no more, introducing to you self-sanitizing antimicrobial reusable face mask. No worries on the comfortness, it is made up from the soft microfiber, thus giving you a full comfortability during breathing. Coated with the antibacterial solution, it repels bacterial growth when it comes into contact. Meanwhile, on the outer fabric, which is made up from the hydrophobic materials, it is helpful in terms against liquid droplets and also splashes, preventing cross-contamination. Designed to be washable, trendy and environmental friendly, the mask can use up to 30 washes compared to a single-use mask which is probably used one time at a short period amount of time. The single-use mask will cause biohazard if it is disposed carelessly, which can cause waste pollution to the environment. On top of that, we even provide you customization services, so for any occasion events, we got you covered. And parents, great news to you! The reusable mask is also available for kids for any different sizes. During this new norm, let us welcome a better quality lifestyle with self-sanitizing antimicrobial reusable face mask.
One mask commercial after another. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Hello, everybody. Good morning or good evening, depending on where you are. I know it's late and it's the middle of the friggin' week. But I was just so bored, I thought I'd come on here. What's up, y'all? Mundane, my number one most favorite hater, the very first person in the chat. All he know how to do is hate. But he gonna be the first one in the chat, though. I bet he was the first one to hit the like button, too. You know, there's allegedly a feature that's releasing on YouTube whenever a creator says, "Hey, everyone, hit the like button." The like button is like supposed to glow when you say it. I wonder if it works when I just said it. I doubt it. But what's up, CNBTV? Hey, Nancy. Indy, what's up, sweetheart? Hey, Indy, you should join me on this panel tonight if you don't have anything to do right now. You should definitely come up here. Hey, Grady, what's up? What's the deal? B14, good to see you. What's the word? So let me cut my camera on real quick. What's up, everybody? What's the deal? Let me move this. I just wanted to come on here, see what's up with y'all folks. But Indy, if you're still in the chat, I'll drop this link real quick. You should hop in with me. Oh, just about to get my kids in bed. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is the middle of the week. So I was just asking. All right, girl. I already know. Only reason I'm on here is because I don't have my baby with me. So y'all let me know how the sound is. If I'm echoing, please let me know. So I feel like I hear one. Except you, Mundane. CNBTV, how does it sound? Wish I could. Oh, okay. It's all good, girl. There'll always be another time. For real. So how's everybody doing? I was just up, honestly, not doing anything. I actually went live earlier, like straight on my Facebook for like an hour and a half. That was pretty fun. I hardly ever go live like on Facebook directly. I usually do a double stream like I'm doing now. I'm streaming on Facebook now and YouTube, but it was actually pretty fun earlier. Because I can actually play music and stuff on Facebook. So it was fun to play music and chat. Sounds food. Sounds good. All right, thanks, Nancy. I appreciate that. So what are y'all still doing up? I mean, I figured there's gonna be somebody that's up that would want to listen. You know, if anybody wants to join, I'll drop the link. But just saying. Let's see here. Let me see. I think it's been a few days since I've been on here. My daughter had a fever off and on. Just had some stuff going on the past couple days, so it was like it was hard for me to get on here. And still looking for a job, working through all of that that jazz. So there's that. Hang on, I'm trying to bring my comments up on my phone here too. Y'all give me just a second. Okay. Getting tired but listening. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know it's pretty late. Yeah. So I just wanted to see how everybody was doing. Once it goes so long without me doing one of these, I feel like, I miss coming on here chatting with y'all. And then I just decided, like, I know somebody gonna be up somewhere. Like at least a handful of people, if anything, So maybe 14. I pray you find a job soon. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Me and you both. I'm telling you. Man, I can't lie though. I've definitely been enjoying not having to take a million phone calls a day at the moment. I ain't gonna lie. Like and have an opportunity to work on other things and really focus on homeschooling my daughter. Like I'm like laser focused on teaching her how to read right now. How to, get her to get all the letter sounds down. Really working hard on that and introducing her to maps and countries and the differences between countries and states. Then we'll work on continents. It's a challenge, but she seems to be interested. She likes to point out the different states in the US, and she can point out Michigan and she can point out Texas like right away when I ask her like, "Where does Uncle Maurice live?" And she'll point out Texas. I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, she likes that." So, that's pretty cool. It also helps to have a lot of this colorful looking stuff that she can get into. So, yeah, homeschooling is a lot of freaking work, but the fact that I'm not actually working my 9 to 5 has made it a lot easier. So, I've also learned too, like I can't cram a bunch of stuff into a small time frame. Like I have to school her 5 minutes here, take a break. 5 minutes there, take a break. Another 5 minutes, take a break. Other than that, she'll kind of get frustrated. So I finally discovered that hack, So every child learns differently. And woo, yeah. Once my daughter gets frustrated, she's not doing anything. Like, oh, she's like, I'm done. I'm done for the day. Hey, Shifty. Yo, what's the deal? What's the word? What you doing up? Man, I was up just so bored. I was just hoping somebody was gonna be up. I know it's the middle of the week, the middle of the night. I'm sorry, y'all. I just thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate it. Well, hey, homeless in America. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Homeschooling be the best schooling. It's so hard though. So difficult. So cold and rainy here. Really? It's cold here too, though. It's been like 39 degrees in the morning here. I mean, it's 47 right now, but a couple hours from now, yeah, it'll be about 39. Early in the morning, it's been really cold. Only 10:16 here. Okay, yeah. See, it's 1:16 in the morning here. So it's late. Homeschooling is the best schooling. Oh, I humbly agree. I totally agree. Like it's definitely a challenge and it's still taking some getting used to. Like I'm still learning my daughter's I'm still observing my daughter's learning style. How about I word it that way? She's only 5. She should be March 15th. March 15th should be 6. And she should really have all of her letter sounds and like sight words down by then, but I don't really put too much pressure on her because if I try to do that, then she becomes less interested. So the more I just make it about fun and entertaining, and then she seems to like really, suck up whatever I'm trying to teach her. Yes, my tennis so still ring. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, man. Nice to see I'm not the only one up late. Man, you telling me? I thought I was gonna be sitting here talking to myself, to be honest, because it's so late. So 47 degrees right now in southern New York. That's pretty warm for New York. Yeah. But I'm sorry. My brother homeless in America, my tent is soaking, it's still raining. Oh man. That is about to be a rough night. Absolutely. Yeah, so let's get into this. I'm not just gonna be sitting here just staring at y'all, blah, 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 but I brought up a few articles that we could talk about tonight since I'm gonna do this super late stream. I appreciate everybody stopping out. I thought I'd just come on here and just talk about some stuff. Oh, look who's in the chat there. I'm waiting on your comment to appear on this end. There we go. We got Rage Against the Machine in the house. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, sweetheart? You good over there? You good? What's the weather like where you are? Because you in the South, right? Yes, that is warm for Southern New York. Yeah, that is pretty warm. That's warm. Have y'all noticed the stores already pulling all that Halloween crap out? I can't stand Halloween decorations. But my daughter, she's just been on it. She's one of those children that just she'll tell you something has witchcraft in it in a minute, and I'm like, that's my baby. That's my baby. She gonna be one of them kids that tell you, no, there's no fat Santa Claus coming down your chimney. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Hey, Curious Georgia, what's up? Man, it's good to see everybody. Stop by tonight. I appreciate y'all. Hoping y'all hit that like button. Wonder if the like button is glowing every time I say like button. YouTube is testing a feature that makes the like button glow every time we ask y'all to hit the like button. So I think that's pretty funny. It's good to see you, Curious Georgia. It's like 80 here. You're in Florida, right? Monday? I think. Gary Galuska in the house. What's up? Good to see y'all. Birmingham. Yep. Real nippy nights. Cool. you you old man over there using the word nippy. It's nippy out there tonight, guys. Tad bit nippy. Yeah. Okay. I actually remembered where you were correctly. Like, I got Homeless in America all wrong. You're rocking Cartier? No. Absolutely not. I actually need new glasses. It's been a while since I got some, but I'm working on that. Unfortunately, I would wait until I'm not working and I don't have insurance to say, hey, I'm ready for a new pair of glasses. Ah, geez. Can't get any right now. So yeah. But it's good to see y'all though. I appreciate it. So let's pull up some stuff. Let's get to chatting. I'm gonna load up this screen here. Let's do a screen share. Let's do a share. Maybe I can do this one. Well, y'all can see me down at the bottom. I'm gonna move Shifty. Detroit love them Cardis. Yeah, you right. You right about that part. You know what? Hold on. I'm about to remove this screen real quick because I'm about to kick off this night with some Florida news. Now, before we do Florida news, we got to kick it to this real quick. Hold on. Before we do Florida news.
Yeah, Florida man. So, Florida man, are we ever going to see a headline that's good that has the phrase a Florida man?
All right. Here go one more. Hold on.
A Florida man claims his wife was kidnapped by holograms.
I just feel like it's funny. All right, let me pull the screen back up real quick and then I'm gonna double check and make sure y'all can see the screen now. Let's kick this night off with a couple Florida articles. Just because since we up, we may as well get a laugh out of it, right? Liking our northern Canada fall weather. Interesting. Latina in Cali. Hey, sweetheart. It's only 10:23 p.m. though. It's 1:22 a.m. here. It's 1:22 a.m. here. But yeah, let's get this started. Cocaine cookies. CC33. Kidnapping and murder. How police arrested man in Miami squatter home killing. Like, I don't know what the heck it is with Florida. Florida has like the craziest stories. Now, I'm wondering if it's because they practice so much witchcraft around the area. Why they had this type of stuff that go on? I'm gonna unmute this and we're gonna listen to the clip a little bit in case y'all don't want to sit here and just listen to me just read the article. Kind of boring. If it has a video clip, I'm gonna go on and play it. And y'all let me know if y'all can hear it once it start playing. No sound. Okay, let me see. My bad, y'all. Let me fix it. StreamYard has changed this thing. Now, when I share, I'm gonna take it back out. It's a little thing here. They've changed where you have to add the sound in, and I still haven't gotten used to it. And allow. All right, now it should work now. And I'm also going to take myself out because I'm blocking the text. Let me see. All right, so let's see. All right, y'all let me know now if y'all can hear it.
A man was found dead inside a Northeast Miami home occupied by squatters. The accused killer has been on the run since then for days. But as the week went on, the suspect was eventually arrested for other crimes.
NBC6 reporter Christian Colon joins us live in Miami to explain these new details. Christian.
Yeah, the murder happened on Sunday, but the accused shooter wasn't arrested until Wednesday when police say he was stopped during a traffic stop for driving with an expired license plate, and inside his car were cocaine cookies.
Investigators surrounded this home after a shot spotter alert. Lamont Ferguson was dead inside with multiple gunshot wounds.
Good morning, Mr. March. You were arrested for one count of second-degree murder. It's from September 10th of 2023.
Larry March is the accused killer. Police didn't arrest him until 3 days later during a traffic stop. He was driving with an expired tag and carrying cocaine. And while in jail, his girlfriend reported more crimes.
He wants to look through her phone, and then he became agitated after seeing text messages from other people, and then he starts attacking her. She's scared for her life. He pulls out a gun, waves the gun in her direction, says, "Tell me the truth."
Records show hours before the man was arrested for drugs, he allegedly kidnapped and punched his girlfriend in the car because she was talking to a coworker. Eventually, she escaped, but as police investigated, they realized the gun March had all this time was the murder weapon.
Someone broke into the house, they changed the lock, and they stay there like they own the property. We called the police, we made a report, and the police told us not to do anything, to stay away from the property because they need to investigate.
The crime scene house owner says she's been fighting to get control of the home after it was invaded by squatters. Why Ferguson ended up killed is still a mystery, but records show the defendant's girlfriend witnessed the murder. Police say she told them there was an argument, and then March shot him 4 to 5 times.
And it's not clear if more people could be facing charges in connection to that murder on Sunday. As for March, he was denied bond. In Miami tonight, Christian Colon, NBC6 News.
I'm not laughing at an actual murder, but this type of stories that happen in Florida, like, you can't make this stuff up. And yo, why that lady chin remind me of Quagmire? She got the Quagmire chin. Yo, anybody notice that? Hold on, let me. How can I play this back, man? I gotta run this back.
A man was found dead.
Hold on. Why was this lady chin so massive? Hold on. This the Quagmire boy.
They changed the lock, and
she got the giggity going on right there. But yo, that's crazy. Now this dude, they didn't even know this dude did this, but he driving around with cocaine cookies and the murder weapon, and his girlfriend told on him. Like, isn't that crazy? I didn't want to mention the chin. So it wasn't just me. She got the giggity for real. No, I'm looking like, yo, what does her chin remind me of? Quagmire. Oh, Florida man, for real. Those wacky cookies. I love Jesus. By the way, it is so nice to see you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for stopping by. I was looking at your comment earlier. You said, hey, Uncool, you are going to love a long time. You're going to love a long time because I was just thinking about you today. So nice to catch you live. It is so nice to have you here. But it's so funny you was thinking about the chin too. I was looking like, dang, that thing pretty huge. Oh man. But yeah, y'all get the point. I'm not gonna sit here and read this article. We get it from the little clip there, but that's crazy. Like, he was on the run technically, but he just so happened to get stopped by a routine traffic stop. And then his girlfriend told some more, like, oh yeah, he did this too. So there's that. What? Mundane, you got a lot of nerve calling somebody a hater. Boy, bye. You better go on somewhere. Let's go on to our next Florida story here. Let me tell y'all. Florida man caught on camera pooping while trying to rob a boat. Okay? Like, with the Florida stories, you just never know what you're going to get. You know, these Florida stories is like a box of chocolates for real. You just never know. I lived in Florida for 3 years, so I've seen all about the Florida man. That's crazy, Shifty. It's got to be because of the witchcraft and stuff down south. It's got to be. Whoa, gosh, I've missed this. Woohoo, I made it live. Much love, family in Christ Jesus, and God bless. Isaiah, it is so good to have you here. Thank you so much. Hey, Gabby. Welcome to the stream, girl. What's up, Gabby? What's up with Florida men? Florida men have the craziest stories. That's what's up with the Florida men. It is so nice to see y'all this morning. It's 1 a.m. here, 1:30 a.m. here. So I'm gonna be using good morning and good evening to all of you others who are on the other side of the country, you know, in the other time zone. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. But Florida man caught on camera pooping while trying to rob a boat. The 75-year-old man apparently didn't take anything from the boat, but did leave something behind. You think you already told us. 75-year-old man in Florida didn't take anything after rummaging through a docked boat, but he did leave something behind. His excrement. Y'all think he was toxinated? He had to be toxinated a few times. So this story is fairly recent. This is from September 22nd, so it's not too long ago. Just a couple weeks ago. Michael Paul Worsbecky Sr. can be seen on surveillance footage getting onto a boat in the pre-dawn hours of Sunday, September 17th, while its owner slept. The Punta Gorda Police Department said. After being called to the scene of a reported burglary at the Leisurely Park Marina on Sunday, officers say the victim told them an older man was caught on their boat's camera rifling through their belongings. Police confirmed the victim's accusations by reviewing the provided footage. The boat owner also told the police that the suspect pooped on the boat and dock during his burglary attempt, and confirmed when officers reviewed security footage. So not only did he poop on the boat, he actually pooped on the dock too. What this dude eat before he tried to rob it? The victim also pointed out that the suspected burglar, Worsbecky, was still at the crime scene and was sitting on one of the benches at the marina. Worsbecky was then arrested and then taken to the Charlotte County Jail. Man, he had to be on meth. Oh man, I'm looking at the comments. I like Florida, but only to visit. I've never actually been there. Florida man has better stories than New York man. I agree. It's always summer in Florida. That's why it's nuts. Every Taco Tuesday is a late night for me. Ooh, tacos sound so good. Mofo was on the crystal. Yeah, facts. He left his DNA at the scene. Hey, Dirk. Wow, sweet sister. I missed you. Have you taken a break, or like my Joseph Akaviva? I'm laughing. Thanks for stopping by, Dirk. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate it. Who beat the crap out of him? Oh, I love Jesus. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that, sweetheart. Thank you. You know, I love Jesus. You literally just left me my very first super chat. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have anything super cool to play for you to thank you for doing it. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. But you are literally the first one to give me a super chat during a live stream. So milestone for real. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's dope. Let's pull this up. All right. So while Worsbecky was at the jail, officers say they received another call about a previous burglary of an unoccupied car a few blocks from the marina. When they arrived, officers met another victim who described their stolen items. The described stolen items were in Worsbecky's possession, when he was arrested for the boat burglary, police say. The 75-year-old man is now facing 2 counts of unarmed burglary of an occupied conveyance and 1 count of theft in the first degree. Punta Gorda is located in Southwest Florida, about 24 miles north of Fort Myers. So he robbed the boat wasn't his only target. He actually robbed somebody's car before that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I Love Jesus. See, Gabby, are you talking about singing for I Love Jesus? I don't have a song for I Love Jesus though. So I definitely got to do that. I am a night owl. I saw the heading. Hey, that's a great milestone. Yes, that's so dope. That's my first super chat. That's so fair. Did you just unlock? Yeah, I just unlocked it. Pretty much. All right, there's Florida man. Let's get into Florida woman from the Miami Herald. This was just not too long. Oh, October 11th, 2023. Let me see. Did they just update this story? Because this happened on September 25th, 23. Yeah. She was eating a sandwich in the kitchen, Florida cops say, but the owners were away. What was this lady doing? A Florida woman was arrested after allegedly moving into a multi-million-dollar home in Bonita Springs while owners were away. According to a police report from the Lee County Sheriff's Office, deputies first responded to a home in the upscale Bonita Beach area around noon last Monday after a maintenance worker encountered some suspicious activity there. The worker said he went back to check up on things at the Gulf Coast home, but could not open the front door with the key. He then used the digital keypad to gain access and noticed a suitcase by the front door and heard a dog barking. The man immediately contacted the owners, who said there should not have been anyone or any animals inside, so he called 911. Deputies met with the witness and walked inside the house, where they saw the 54-year-old suspect in the kitchen eating a sandwich and wearing a $180 Athleta dress that had been hanging in the master bedroom closet, the police report says. The woman insisted that she lived there and produced paperwork to show that she had recently purchased the residence, but the papers were found to be falsified. Who has time to do this? Who has this kind of time? There were 3 different pieces of paper with certificate of ownership, all of which had the same notary stamp, said the report. None of the documents presented were an official deed or a bill of sale, nor did any documents have the proper state seal on them. The Fort Myers woman was arrested on larceny, fraud, and burglary charges and held on a $21,500 bond. It's unclear how she got in the first place, as deputies found no sign of forced entry. Deputies note she did later admit to taking the Athleta dress and offered to pay the owner back. Neighbors were shocked by the brazen incident. I don't know where she thought she was going to stay or how long she thought she was going to stay, because all these houses have people that check in them all the time. Florida man and Florida woman. Like, Gabby said Airbnb. Oh man. She pooped the squad like the Florida man. I got family there. She took the welcome mat literally. Facts. This is a common scam in Florida. Really? What the heck? Oh my goodness. That's wild. All right. Let's get us another Florida story here. Yeah. I just thought I'd just cram y'all with a few of them because we up late. I just thought y'all might have appreciated a laugh. That's why I'm going to share a few of them. So, Florida woman, 86, accused of stealing over $10K from a 99-year-old blind deaf man. Like, what? What the heck? What you say, Rage? How do you say goodbye to a narcissistic, abusive vampire? So long, sucker. A woman was found half eaten by a gator in Florida. Wow. That's sad. I bet that's common too. They sell properties that are not occupied all year, vacation homes, illegally. Wow. Wow. Let's see. They take 30%. Yep, they sure will. They take 30%. They gonna get theirs. So Cynthia Milligan faces charges of grand theft, exploitation of elderly person. Lake County, Florida. An 86-year-old woman in Lake County faces charges after deputies said she stole over $10,000 from the 99-year-old man who lived at the same facility as her, according to an affidavit of probable cause. Eustis police said they met with victim's son on June 12th, who told investigators that his father had recently died. According to the affidavit, he was reviewing his bank statements and saw some activity that concerned him. The man told officers that his father was exploited by a woman named Cynthia Milligan, who previously lived at Holiday Lake Ridge Village, the same Eustis senior living community as his father. Police said that the man observed a cashier check written from his father to Milligan in the amount of $10,000. He told officers that this raised a red flag because he talked to his father regularly and he did not know who Milligan was. According to the affidavit, the man stated that his father, who was 99 at the time of the incident, was legally blind, 80% deaf, and was ruled a catastrophically disabled veteran by the VA. He told investigators that due to his father's age and medical ailments, he believed he was not competent enough to provide Cynthia the cashier's check. That's so sick. The victim's son told police that when he reached out to staff at Holiday Lake Ridge Village, he was told that Milligan was an ambassador who was appointed by staff to assist residents with collecting mail, take them to appointments, and coordinate events in the facility. The man said this was particularly alarming since Milligan would have access to his father's mail and be able to see several checks received from the VA. According to the affidavit, when the man contacted Milligan, she told him that the money was a loan and she did not realize the father had family. That's so bold. Wow. So if you had family, you wouldn't have tried it? That's what you're saying? So when police attempted to speak to Milligan at Holiday Lake Ridge Village, they were told that she moved to a residence in Tavares. On July 5th, investigators were able to get access to the bank records, which showed that Milligan deposited the $10,000 check on May 5th into an account that previously had $8 in it. 11 days later, she wire transferred the $10,000 to a Deborah Gresham Lobin, records show. Police said that when they visited the bank where the check was deposited, they were told that Milligan's account was closed on June 13th because she continually brought in checks that would bounce due to insufficient funds. So she been trying to do this for a while. According to the affidavit, when bank staff pulled Milligan aside to ask where the checks were coming from, she provided short answers and told them that she had a boyfriend in China. She had a boyfriend in China. JDOG Artistry. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my goodness, y'all. I really appreciate that. Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. Hold on, I'm falling behind on comments. I'm so into this old silly article here. Let me see. On the weekend, I had insanity happen on my property. Let me see. It was awesome. One of my friends was visiting me, so he witnessed everything. I'm laughing now. It is insanity all around us. Usually tame. Poor lady looks hard as a rock. Let me see. Dang, she won't last in jail. No agreement. So her husband, in other words. Wow. Scamming and that's crazy. Oh, Jazz, that's I didn't realize who that was. Thanks, Jazz. I appreciate that. I love you too, homegirl. When I first saw your name, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate that. Y'all coming through with the super chats tonight. I really appreciate it. So let's see. She said this was her boyfriend in China. Bank staff told investigators that Milligan had a new account with the bank and it was being closely monitored with no recent suspicious activity. Investigators attempt to contact Milligan on July 7th at her new residence, but were only able to reach her by phone. She agreed to meet in person to talk about the incident at the Eustis Police Department. Milligan told investigators that at one point the victim moved to a unit closer to hers at Holiday Lake Ridge Village and stated that they were only friends. According to the affidavit, Milligan said the victim asked her to take him to the bank because he said that she saved his life and he wanted to repay her. Milligan was unable to explain any life-saving situations when interviewed, police say. Milligan said she told the victim no a few times, but eventually agreed to take him to the bank. While at the bank, Milligan sat with the victim at a bank teller. According to police, she told police that the victim requested the teller complete a $10,000 cashier's check to the order of Cynthia. Milligan said that she had the victim lie about what the check was for so the bank would go through with the transaction. That is crazy. Milligan says she made several statements of not wanting the money, but claimed the statements were made when the teller was not with them and would not have heard. Wow. Try to make it really look like he wanted to do this. I didn't want to accept the money. According to the affidavit, when investigators asked Milligan who Deborah Grisham Lobin was, she became visibly nervous and stated it was just somebody she knew of and said it was someone she met online but never met in person. Milligan was unable to show any proof of any messages with Lobin and was unable to provide her age or where she lived. Police said on August 8th they called and spoke with Milligan again and asked to speak in person at the Eustis Police Department. She told investigators that she had further information, according to officers. At the second meeting, police said that Milligan told officers a completely different story on the incident. Investigators said she stated she had been communicating with a man online for 2 or 3 years and that they were dating, though the two never met in person. Milligan told police that the man worked on an offshore oil rig and needed money because some of his equipment stopped working. Wow. This lady got nothing but time. I guess so, being 86. According to the affidavit, she was again unable to provide any messages with the man or any information about his name, address, or phone number. Investigators said on August 10th they contacted medical staff at Holiday Lake Ridge Village and were told that the victim and Milligan were not close at all. They also stated that the victim was very frugal with his money and did not think he would ever willingly do such a thing, especially for $10,000. Police said that due to Milligan's inconsistent stories and lack of cooperation, they had probate cause for her arrest. Milligan faces charges of exploitation of an elderly person and grand theft from a person 65 or older. No. What is with these Florida people? Florida man, Florida woman. That's crazy. Face diapers already being worn before Halloween. Oh, yeah. All year, really. China is the craziest place to say there. Simba. Yeah, facts. That is so bold. But Jasmine, I really appreciate that super chat. And I love Jesus, man. I love y'all. I really appreciate y'all. That's so awesome. But let's keep this going here real quick. I got another one here. Florida man's dating app match turns sour after date sets him up to be carjacked. And this just happened. This was published on October 3rd. So this was just a few days ago. I think this is an unrelated story right here. But yeah. A Florida man got more than he bargained for after his dating app match set him up to be carjacked, police said. The Titusville Police Department said the 24-year-old Brianna Edie and an unidentified 35-year-old Orlando man decided to meet in person September 24th at an apartment complex after communicating over the Tagged dating app. I didn't even know Tagged was still a thing. That's crazy. Look at her. That's so bold. According to the affidavit obtained by Fox 35 Orlando, the pair drove to a nearby park in the victim's 2013 Mazda CX-9. When the coupe arrived, the park was closed, so the pair returned to the apartment complex. During the ride back, the victim told police that Edie was on her phone, sending and receiving multiple text messages. At one point, she also made a phone call to someone, police said. That is so rude. Like, when you go on a date, you can't just be on your phone. Like, that's crazy. He should have already picked that up. Police said, why were they out so late? Look at this. Police said around 11:50 p.m. the two arrived back at the apartment where they were met by two suspicious men, including one who was carrying a gun. The armed man allegedly ordered the victim out of his vehicle and demanded him to give him the keys. During the robbery, the victim said that Edie calmly exited the vehicle and appeared to just stand around and wait, according to the affidavit. Like, can you imagine the woman that you just met up with for a date is just standing there watching you get robbed? Oh, that's so bold. Florida people, did Milligan try her? Oh, Dirk, you silly. He was tagged, all right. Facts. They don't call them Florida crazies for nothing. Booty call. Florida man is real. Like, why are y'all going to a park that late at night? Like, that is so weird to me. So the victim was ordered to lay in the grass, and he noticed the two men and Edie get into the stolen vehicle and drive off together, police said. You decide to meet this woman. It's late at night. Like, you kind of set yourself up for that one, honestly. Like, I mean, I do online dating myself and have met up with a few people. So you like, honestly, come on now, meet during the day in a public place. I mean, if there's risk in whatever you do, but geez, for real, that late at night to go to a park, yeah. Well, let's see what they was trying to do. According to an affidavit, the victim was able to provide photographs of EB from the dating app, which led to her positive identification and arrest. Police have not released details about the two other men involved in the carjacking. Edie was booked into the Brevard County Jail and armed. What? Hold on, on an armed carjacking felony charge from a date that late at night. That's crazy. I'm laughing because here in Canada they call Trump the Florida man. Before that, it was Orange Man. That's funny. They say New York and Michigan is crazy. Florida as a whole, yes, yes. Like, I mean, it's some crazy stories here in Michigan for sure, but no, not on the level of the Florida man stories. Hope you are packing uncool. Oh yeah, please believe it. I mean, I'm just saying. You're gonna take a risk, in whatever you do, but it is what it is. Florida man has crazy gun laws that let you shoot anyone that steps foot on your get off my property. That remind me of y'all remember Fuzzy Lumpkins from Powerpuff Girls? Y'all ever watch Powerpuff Girls? That dude would shoot anything. That dude would shoot anything that come up on his property. So funny. Let me see. Rage, what are you talking about? What's crazy is Biden yelling loud that he had locked his keys in his convertible. Man, I promise you are super random. Hey, Dean. Ahoy, sweetheart. Good to see you. Yeah, we get a bad rap up north. I agree, Shifty. It is not that bad. It is not as bad as these crazy stories. Like, come on, there's no comparison. There's literally no comparison. Hey, John. Excuse me. Hey, John, how you doing? Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick. Give me just a second. Hang on. Stand by. In my Richie from Boston voice. Hold on. Okay. All right, John, what's up? What you doing up so late? Good to see you too. Weird, I can't see Rage, but I didn't block him. That is weird, Gabby. I didn't hide Rage either. Can everybody else see Rage? I hear Detroit is crazy. I mean, ish. It's been worse. Saving the frogs one day at a time. They turn the frogs gay. Me and John has lived close. Yeah, y'all both are in New York. Oh, that's cool. John, you should do a stream when you meet up with Shifty. That'd be fun. Yeah, she probably has to filter her chat to all messages. Yeah, she probably has to switch to all messages. She's probably on top chat. You save the frogs, I'll save them turtles. Turning the frogs gay. That's funny. All right. So let's see what we got up next here. I got a couple random stuff. This might have been the last Florida story that I just had, just to laugh. Oh, here's one more. Okay. A few weeks ago, September 6th. Let me see. Florida man arrested after trying to cross Atlantic in hamster wheel vessel. And you got to give it to him for the ingenuity. Look at this thing, y'all. Isn't that crazy? Dude had nothing but time to sit there and build that thing. Y'all see that? That's crazy. Really? You were born and raised in Brooklyn? I have never been to New York. That's crazy. Yeah, that's one pretty cool vessel. That's crazy. All right. A Florida man was arrested after trying to run to London across the Atlantic Ocean in a homemade vessel resembling a hamster wheel. The U.S. Coast Guard intercepted Riza Bellucci about 70 miles, 110 kilometers, off Tybee Island, Georgia, on August 26. Officials said the 44-year-old marathon runner refused to leave the vessel for 3 days. Wow, he was out there for a while. Mr. Bellucci has tried 3 similar voyages before, all of which ended in Coast Guard intervention. They know this man by on first name basis now. The makeshift contraption he was using is shaped as a wheel with paddles that are designed to propel it forward as the wheel revolves. Based on the condition of the vessel, which was afloat as a result of wiring and buoys, U.S. Coast Guard officers determined Bellucci was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage, the criminal complaint says. Mr. Bellucci's voyage began as officials were preparing for the arrival of a major hurricane. Officials said he refused to step off the vessel and threatened to kill himself. He also claimed that he had a bomb on board, according to court papers. On September 1st, he eventually surrendered and abandoned his vessel after being brought to a Coast Guard base in Miami. Officials later determined that the bomb had been faked. He is now facing federal charges of obstructing of a boarding and violation of captain of the port order. It is unclear whether he has obtained a lawyer to represent him in his criminal case. This was not Mr. Bellucci's first arrest for taking to the ocean in his vessel, which he calls a bubble. In 2021, he was arrested after being rescued while trying to ride from Florida to New York after drifting 30 miles south of his departure point. In 2014, he had to be rescued for a similar contraption near St. Augustine. And then 2 years later, he again had to be rescued off the coast of Jupiter near Palm Beach in Florida. Dude's a free spirit. According to previous interviews, Mr. Bellucci said he was attempting the voyages to raise money for a variety of causes, including for the homeless and the Coast Guard. My goal is to not only raise money for homeless people, raise money for the Coast Guard, raise money for the police department, raise money for the fire department, he told WFL TV in Orlando in 2021. They are in public service. They do it for safety, and they help other people. Well, at least his heart was in the right place, I guess. I just thought that was funny. Man, I thought that thing was pretty cool. Look how you made that. For it to actually float, like, yeah. Let me see. I pick up turtles and cross the road. What? And cross the road for them. That's pretty funny. I've never been to Detroit. He ain't missing much. I lived in Florida in 89, 90 in Panama City Beach. It was a shock for my ex-wife. I was actually held up at gunpoint a couple times. I was a motel manager. I found I tried to stick with snowbirds. Wow. That's interesting. I would love to go to Michigan. It's so close. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. Especially up north. You'll like it up there. I thought he's raising money for Chapin. Scaredy. Escaping child support. Just not his brain. How does that raise money? I don't know. Maybe he was live streaming it on like Instagram or something. Or wherever he could like receive like, like donations during a live stream. Maybe that's what he was doing. Who knows? Man, we gonna keep going. So we out of the Florida stories now, but I just thought this was crazy. Oddly enough, on the New York Compost here, this was just from October 5th. Woman's box of giraffe poop that she was planning on making a necklace seized at Minneapolis airport. What the heck is wrong with these people? Where the heck did she get some giraffe poop? Oh man, he could have just ran on the treadmill for a month. Facts, Gary. You got to go to the extreme. I mean, people have seen somebody run on the treadmill before, had to do something else, that was never done before. Woman's box of giraffe poop. Look at this. A woman was stopped by Customs and Border Patrol officers at the Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport last week after she was found with giraffe poop that she planned to make into a necklace, officials said. The droppings were seized by border officials on September 29th after a woman, returning from Kenya, declared the animal feces, prompting an inspection by CBP agriculture specialists, according to the agency. Like, can you imagine how dangerous this is for her to bring animal poop in from another country? It could have had all kind of parasites in it. Could have brought that stuff over here. Like, when you think about it, that's actually very dangerous. Like, that's crazy. The passenger stated that she obtained the droppings while on her trip and intended to make a necklace. Ew. She told CBP officers that she had previously used moose poop to make jewelry at her home in Iowa. The giraffe poop was taken and destroyed by steam sterilization per USDA protocol, officials said. There's a real danger with bringing fecal matter into the U.S., said LaFonda D. Sutenberg, CBP director, field operations, Chicago field office. If this person had entered the U.S. and had not declared these items, there's a high possibility a person could have contracted a disease. That's exactly what I was thinking from this jury and developed serious health issues, she said in the statement. Yeah, that's disgusting. Animal feces from Kenya could contain African swine fever, classical swine fever, Newcastle disease, foot and mouth disease, and swine vesicular disease, CBP said. A veterinary services permit is required to bring feces to the United States. What's that deli in preppy Ann Arbor? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm sure there's plenty of them. She just sold her farts in a jar. Gabby, you know that is actually pretty lucrative, I hear. Oh man. It sounds like these people are obsessed with poop. Are they insane? Does she like the smell? Maybe stick with cocaine. You know, that's actually a thing in popular media, is like the worship of, for one thing, the worship of the butt. You know, I like big butts and I cannot lie, you know. And the popularity of the poop emoji. You ever think about why that's a thing? Oh, I didn't notice this was is this a picture of the poop? The woman told CBP she introduced. Wow, is this it right here? I paid this no attention. Wow, I scrolled right past this. But yeah, you ever think about the worship of the butt for one thing, and then the poop emoji? Like, you can literally buy poop like emoji shaped furniture, like clothing, purses, backpacks. You can get all type of stuff with the poop emoji on it. Like, it's literally worshipped. Poop and butts are worshipped. And I heard something interesting the other day. Like, when you think about it, it's kind of weird, because whatever happened to the men who liked boobs on a woman? Like, remember a few years ago, like, men were really into a woman's breasts, but that's not really a thing anymore. Like, men like the butt for the most part, you know. I just thought that was a very interesting conversation. You know, I think was I talking to Ms. Maskless about that? I don't know, but just think about that. How the butt is literally taking over popular media, and it used to be boobs. I'm just saying, like, it's so weird. Maybe we are in the wrong business. She probably wanted the poop for a ritual. Facts. Zingermans. I've never heard of that, Shifty. Zingermans. I like boobs better than stinky bums. Good. That's good, Dirk. That's good. I mean, at least the breasts are something that a man does not have, so it's, you know, pretty obvious why a man would like breasts. But now, like, the media has taken the butt thing like all the way. Like, it kind of seems like men don't even like breasts anymore. Just saying. Hip hop turned it to the butt. Straight from the CIA. Straight from the CIA, people. All right, let's go on. Let's go on to another story here. It's not really funny, but I thought it'd be interesting to share. This is kind of wild. This is reported from Reuters a few weeks ago. This is from August 14th, a couple months ago. Parents cannot challenge school gender identity policy. U.S. court rules. I felt like this was pretty important to share. So this was from 2 months ago. Let's take a look at this. So a federal appeals court on Monday, this was from a couple months ago, ruled that a group of parents could not challenge a Maryland school district's policy against telling parents if their children identify as transgender or gender non-conforming. A fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals panel ruled 2-1 that 3 parents in Montgomery County, Maryland, lacked standing to challenge the policy because they had not alleged their children were transgender in the first place. The policy, which the Montgomery County Board of Education adopted for the 2020-2021 school year, permitted schools to develop gender support plans for students to ensure they feel comfortable expressing their gender identity. Yet another reason to homeschool. Like, what the heck? Why is this a thing? Like, why? Why is this happening? The policy directs school personnel to help transgender and gender nonconforming students create a plan that addresses their preferred pronouns, names, and bathrooms, and bars staff from informing parents of those plans without a student's consent. That is wild. Just allowing these children to make their own decisions and raise themselves. Yet another reason number 1021 why you homeschool. Like, come on, why is this a thing in school? Why are y'all even focused on this? Imagine how much time this takes when they're allegedly supposed to be in there learning. Helping them build a plan for their preferred pronouns, names, and bathrooms. Timmy used this bathroom because Timmy, identifies as Amy now. So you use that bathroom in the hallway, which was formerly the girls' bathroom. But if you see girls in there, then that's okay because you identify as a girl now. But hey, we're not going to tell your parents. We're just going to allow you to be yourself at school. Wow. Lawsuits are pending. Lawsuits are pending challenging similar policies in other states. I bet. The Maryland case was the first to be argued before a federal appeals court. 3 parents backed by the National Legal Foundation, a Christian conservative group, argued the parental notification policy infringed their due process rights under the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment to direct the care of their children. I mean, it does. But U.S. Circuit Court Judge A. Marvin look at his name, Quattlebaum, said that the parents lacked standing to pursue their compelling arguments because they had not alleged their children had gender support plans or were transgender. That rendered their opposition a mere policy disagreement, he said. And policy disagreements should be addressed to elected policymakers at the ballot box, not to unelected judges in the courthouse, Quattlebaum wrote. Wow. Quattlebaum was joined by a fellow appointee of former Republican President Donald T. Rump, U.S. Circuit Judge Allison Jones, rushing and directing the case be dismissed without prejudice, meaning it can be refiled. Frederick Claybrock, a lawyer for the parents, said they were considering their next steps. Parents do not have to wait until they find that the damage has already been done in secret before they may complain, he said. U.S. Circuit Judge Paul Niemeyer, an appointee of Republican former President George H.W. Bush, dissented, calling the majority's conclusion an unfortunate abdication of judicial duty with respect to a very important constitutional issue. He said that because parents could not know whether their children acted on the policy's invitation to minor children to develop gender support plans, they had a stake that gave them a standing to sue. The issue of whether and how grade school and high school students choose to pursue gender transition is a family matter, not one to be addressed initially and exclusively by public schools without the knowledge and consent of parents, he wrote. I agree. Like, that should be something, if that's a thing, discussed at home, in which this madness starts at home anyway. You should be teaching your children the gospel of Jesus Christ to where they won't even think about stuff like this, or at least teaching them about the madness which this is, straight up mental health issue. But the case in John, okay, I'm not going to read all that. So for the parents, Frederick Claybrook at Claybrook LLC and Stephen Fisher and the National Legal Foundation. For the school district, okay, yeah, that's all, just identifying the legal cases. But yeah, I think that's wild, right? So they didn't allow them to sue or to challenge it because their particular child doesn't identify as transgender or non-conforming or anything like that. I think that's freaking crazy. I'm looking at the comments now. Wow, Jazz, you would know about the restaurant. Zimgerman's has good chocolate. I have never heard of that place. Hey, Travis, good to see you. What in the world did I just stumble upon? What's up, Travis? What's the deal? You must have walked in on the poop story or something. Only problem with homeschool is prom dates. Let me see. I mean, homeschooling communities, they all do their own thing. I actually saw a prom for homeschool this year for the first time. Like, homeschooling has come a long way, like with community building and stuff like that, because the communities have grown post 2020. So I feel like this is the best time. This is the best point in history to actually homeschool your child because so many people are doing it now. Scary stuff. Good. Sue them into infinity to protect your kids, that is. I agree. Them to tell the parents that they can't challenge, they can't challenge the ruling because their child doesn't identify as X, Y, and Z, but their child is a student and they pay taxes in that area for their child to attend that school, so they should be able to challenge it. They should be able to challenge whatever is going on at their school as long as they have a child. Okay, let me know if y'all can hear me. It went out for a second. And I'm gonna bring my screen back up. Stay. Boo boo. Okay, cool. Cool, it's back on. All right. Yeah, my bad. It went out. So, but I think they should have the right to challenge whatever's going on at the school. As long as they live in that area, they paying taxes, and they have a child that attends that school, why can't they challenge it? Sound is back. Yeah. Yeah, I accidentally yanked the cord out. My bad. Like, once I get into this, I get so passionate and I yank the cord right out of there. My bad, y'all. So we can move on because this is just gonna make me mad. Like, this is why I campaign for homeschooling, because you avoid all of this crap. You avoid it. You avoid it for the most part. I'm logging off the chat, but I'm still listening. Good night. Good night. I love Jesus. Thank you so much for the super chat, sweetheart. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, sweetheart. Good night, girl. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into some idol worship here. Idol worship of celebrities. I thought I'd go ahead and share this just in case y'all didn't know about this, but this is pretty freaking crazy. Shifty, have you heard of this? The Brooklyn Public Library, the Book of Hove, a celebration of the life and work of Sean Jay-Z Carter, and they literally have this thing looking like a huge Bible. Shifty and John, have y'all heard of this exhibit? It's going to run it's running from July 14th, 23 to December 4th, 23. So this is literally going on right now. This is like a temporary exhibit, like dedicated to Jay-Z. Let me see. Brooklyn Public Library is pleased to present the Book of Hove, an installation created by Rock Nation to celebrate the life and work of Sean Jay-Z Carter, one of Brooklyn's most influential figures. Jay-Z has shaped and consistently redefined hip-hop music and culture on a global scale. The Book of Hove features never-before-seen images, art, and ephemera from the artist's archives, providing an unparalleled look and extraordinary life and career. This free immersive experience is one of the only installations of its scope to be housed in an active public space and features text, audio, and curation by Rock Nation teams and partners. That is crazy. To literally go and worship that dude. Oh yeah, I agree, Gabby. Remember, YouTube takes 50% out of that $10 shipping check. You'll get $5. It's 30%. Check your. It's 30%, my friend. All right. So the exhibition spread throughout 2 floors of Central Library immerses visitors as soon as they walk through the doors. Learn about more of the experience. Blah 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 blah. So I just thought I'd pull this up. Like, this is crazy. Let me see if I can kind of blow these pictures up here. This got this thing literally looking like a Bible or something. The Book of Hove or Jehovah. Yeah, facts. Idolatry all day. Got all his albums up here just so you can go, ooh, ah, worship him as a god. Worship him as a god. Look at this. That's crazy. A whole exhibit. What was this? Heck, I don't even remember what these albums are called anymore. I just literally stopped listening to all this music. So I just thought I'd show this. Like this is actually pretty sickening. And of course, this symbol has to have its very own exhibit. I think that's pretty sick. Is this the guy they made some weird statue of? I mean, I'm sure they have. They've made a weird statue of a few of these dudes. Notice how people idolize these people. Look at the Swifties. Facts. You know, for one of the most recent Taylor Swift concerts, they had people were actually showing up wearing diapers because they didn't want to miss anything. Grown people wearing diapers to this Taylor Swift concert. Grown people. I feel that, Jazz. Not very swift. Gods and queens. That's the narrative for some reason. Facts. Let's see. This is. So I just thought I'd show that. That's wild. So here's one other thing here. I wanted to show y'all. Chris Brown has a new album coming out. Now, I look into the numbers a lot. You know, if anybody been following my channel for any amount of time, you know, these people, they worship numbers. It's a part of their religion, right? Chris Brown literally has an album coming out called 1111, right? And if you've been following my channel, we all know 11 is the number of magic. Ask Aleister Crowley. Harry Potter's wand was 11 inches long. So he has an album coming out November 11th. I mean, the alleged release date is November 11th. He hasn't really confirmed the release date. I bet it will be November 11th. I mean, it'll be super fitting, but that's the rumored date. But he actually has a song on here called Magic, and he said he's ready to make a wish. Now, people think we just be up here like talking trash. Like this stuff is real. Literally has an album called 1111, says he's ready to make a wish. And there's a song on there called Magic. Almost time to make that wish. I just thought I'd share this. I thought it was pretty interesting. I gave up modern music. I like old school. I feel that. Yeah, I don't know, man, because I had one for my brother. They only took 30. They didn't take 50. I'm telling you they didn't. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I just thought I'd show y'all that. That was wild. But let's get into some space news here. Now, NASA needed help with the mission. The Vatican came to the rescue. Now, I don't know if I have anybody in the chat who believe in space travel, but space travel is most definitely not a thing. Space in itself is not a thing. Other planets is not a thing, at least not physical bodies that you can land on. Man never walked on the moon. I'm just saying. Okay, this is all, you know, Satan's attempt to rise above the throne of God. But I thought this article was very interesting. Of all people, they asked for help. They went to the Vatican. Now, if anybody knows about the atrocities of the Catholic Church, you'll understand why this is so important. The Pope himself said he would baptize aliens. So not only saying that he believes aliens are real, he's going to welcome them into the church. Just saying. Like, NASA needed help with the mission. The Vatican came to the rescue, of course. I mean, these are the same individuals who have a telescope called Lucifer at the Vatican. Facts, Gabby. I just mentioned that before. All you need to know, he's possessed. Facts. Space space is between 2 points. I agree, Travis. That's it. So let's read this. Once I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, we'll definitely share this because oh my goodness. Like if you just we can go all day talking about the Vatican and the Catholic Church. Like that'll last. That's a conversation that'll last all night. We're not going to do that though. I mean, at least y'all should know what the Vatican is about. But when a NASA robot scooped a cup of gravel from an asteroid 200 million miles away, allegedly, scientists were stunned. Bennu, an ancient space island the size of the Empire State Building, didn't look or behave like they thought it would. Early temperature readings led them to believe it would be covered in tiny pebbles. Instead, close-up images showed boulders on the surface that acted like a plastic ball pit. The Osiris, ancient Egyptian god, emphasis on the lowercase g. They always name their stuff after fallen angels. That's like a dead giveaway right here. And this article started to read off like a fiction story. Like, come on now. Bennu, an ancient space island. Like, what the heck? Sound like something you'll read to a baby. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't read this to my child. I don't want them believing in space, but I'm just saying, just sound like something made up. The Osiris Rex mission team, wow, Rex, and understanding that dinosaurs are a made up story too. Like all this, it's a fish story. Team considered that the boulders could be full of holes, creating a very weak pile of rubble. Suddenly, understanding the space within the space rocks became an essential piece of the puzzle. Like, what the heck are they talking about? What is this really for? That was 3 years ago. Not a spacecraft zooming towards Earth, with the team preparing to command it to drop the sample of 63,000 miles above our planet. If it works, the capsule containing the bits of Bennu will fall from the heavens. Interesting way to describe that. Fall from the heavens to Utah on September 24th. So this happened already. In the meantime, you could say NASA has called upon the Vatican for a Hail Mary. This is a pretty sick article. It's disgusting. Supposed to think beyond common sense, which doesn't exist anymore. They love Aleister Crowley into the black magic. If you learn numbers, they are controlled by numbers. Adam the Illusion proves it, as does Joseph Acquaviva and Decode with Cody. I've heard of the other two, but not Decode with Cody. Baptizing demons, unholy water, Vatican satanic covenant, root of evil. In fact, glad these lizards lack the imagination. Yeah, that's what this is. Brother Robert J. Mackey, curator of the Vatican's meteorite collection. They have an entire meteorite collection. Man, this is so sick. Has designed a custom device that will fit inside the glove box where scientists will handle the sample within days of Osiris Rex's arrival. Look, the Jesuit will leave Castle Gandolfo, where the Pope sometimes summers, and head for Johnson Space Center in Houston. There he will don a protective coverall for his Roman collar and help scientists use his picnometer, an instrument for measuring the density of tiny grains of gravel. Though through these measurements, NASA hopes to get to the bottom of Bennu's mysterious boulders. This is sick. How they all just in on this fantasy. Let's see if this video has. Let me see if this is worth watching. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is used for educational and documentary purposes only. Fair use, fair use. Look at this awesome video game footage. Isn't this just great? Isn't this just great? Hold on, I'm catching up on comments real quick. I'm just going to pause this throughout for the sake of copyright. Space is all fake psyops, all made up BS. Aliens are fallen angels. Gabby, you hit it up. Yeah, Gabby is usually on it. Sounds like a pile of Bennu. All right. I'm just going to leave this here. Hang on. I'm going to click on this link. What you got here? What you saying? Extraterrestrial worlds, their civilizations. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely look into that. Thanks for sharing the link, Travis. I appreciate that. insult your intelligence? Like, watching this stuff makes me so mad. I don't even want to watch the rest of the clip. So we're not about to watch that BS. So ultimately, the point of this, NASA and the Vatican work hand in hand. That's really all you need to know. That the Vatican is full of crap. That the Pope is full of crap. Period. Ice wall. Interesting. Yep. So let's just keep going. And look at this story here. I thought this was full of crap. The bite. Like biting the forbidden fruit. Interesting. Apple. All right. So Chinese astronaut lights match in space. Allegedly. This was from September 30th. I just saw these crazy, stupid space stories. Like, I had these bookmarks saved in my phone, before I can have a chance to actually talk about this stuff. But really, Chinese astronaut lights match in space? How? How is that possible? Of course, there's no video footage. I think it's only a picture. Here's the picture. There's that. And you're just supposed to believe it. You are just supposed to believe this is in space. I mean, what do you have to say? You are just supposed to believe this is in space because they said so. And it's always with a potato cam. Like, my cell phone takes better pictures than this. This is allegedly supposed to be billion-dollar budgets and all of this. Look at these cloudy pictures. My bad. Taking a sip of this water here, but really? Now, if you want some entertainment, you can YouTube Chinese space travel videos. Some of the funniest stuff you'll ever see is Chinese space. Like, I'm telling you, like, they don't even care. You can see the wires and everything when they try to act like they're in weightless environments. Chinese space is hilarious. Y'all, if you haven't looked it up, do it. Do it sometimes. It's funny. 2 astronauts on board China's Tiangong space station have done the seemingly impossible. Yeah, because it is impossible in what they would describe. Light a candle with a match during a live broadcast. But of course, we don't have video footage. While striking a match isn't exactly a high-risk maneuver here on Earth, the situation is a lot more harrowing on board a space station. As Space.com points out, any forms of open flame are strictly prohibited on board the International Space Station. The demonstration is a fun reminder of how fire behaves in microgravity environments. Instead of hot air rising, giving a flame its distinctive shape, the flame diffuses in all directions, causing a match to be engulfed in a small sphere of fire. And given the risks involved, China's space agency is clearly confident in its ability to suppress a fire in case of an emergency. Man, they just mock us. They mock us all day, every day. Like, while there are strict rules on board the ISS, NASA has been studying the behavior of fire in space for a number of years now to get a better grasp of how to make the environment safer for humans as part of the space agency's spacecraft fire safety experiments. NASA has been lighting small flames on board uncrewed Cygnus cargo spacecraft, simulating what it would be like if future space travelers were faced with a disaster. The risk isn't entirely theoretical. In 1997, it's always 6 crew members on board of Russia's Mir space station were shocked to discover a fire that ignited in an oxygen generating system. The flame burned bright for several minutes, filling the station with smoke. Fortunately, crew members were able to extinguish the flames, preventing any permanent damage to the structure. Since then, we learned a lot about what could trigger a fire. ISS, for instance, has redesigned oxygen generation. I just feel ridiculous reading this stuff as if it's real. It just makes me feel foolish when I read it. We gonna move on because it's late. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. Let's see what else we got here. NASA outtakes show astronauts struggling to walk on the moon. This is from IFL Science, published a few weeks ago, September 27th. don't know why they've been talking about space like this. Like all these space stories were all published around the same time. Like it was a popular topic at the moment. So I thought I'd bookmark these and bring them to y'all attention. Like they still pushing this space crap. Like it's not gonna stop. It's just not. And look at all this aluminum foil here. Like look at this. In basement duct work. But this thing allegedly cost millions of dollars, but it looked like a father and son made this in their backyard. Like, we're supposed to believe this thing traveled to the moon. We're supposed to believe all of this rock produces light that's going to travel millions of miles away to light the night on Earth, but everything is pitch black dark in space. I'm just saying, none of this makes any sense. Let me see. I think this life is just for expresses, no true purpose or outcome, just a journey we created for ourselves. Mandela effect proves changes can happen, yet we remain wondering. Yeah, I'm not really into the Mandela effect thing. I feel like it's just an excuse to having a bad memory. Not really my thing, but I honestly don't like bringing it up because when I talk about it, like my live chat gets hacked by a lot of bots every time ME gets brought up. If I like start going deep into it, so I don't really talk about it. I don't like how it does my live chat. Like all the bots come out. It looks like a homeless crack shop. Facts, Dirk. Aluminum foil and basement ductwork. Like, this is ductwork in your basement in the house. Like I'm just saying. There's something quite humbling in watching astronauts struggling to walk on the moon. Billions of dollars allegedly are spent getting them up there. They put in years of training, sometimes delivering a speech that will echo through the ages. And where they finally get on the moon, they start stumbling around like newborn deer attempting to walk on jello. Yeah, it must be hard on those strings, right? On those wires. Getting used to the lack of gravity isn't easy. On top of that, space travelers have to move in large, bulky suits on ground. Buzz Aldrin once described as being like moist talcum powder. Whatever, man. But we're supposed to believe this moist talcum powder produces light. It's gonna light up the earth millions of miles away. Just saying. All right, let's take a look at the outtakes here. Bruh. Like, why are they bringing this up? Why was this published and why was this made news? Yep. Just gotta remind people of this garbage. It's unreal they mock us so hard. Most people fall for it. Facts. What blows my mind is how NASA claims they receive data from 4.67 billion miles away, but I lose Wi-Fi in my kitchen. Only those certain club members get to go. Man, just think about that. Only the top secret society members even ever get to become an astronaut. Like I was looking at a statistic, that's like 0.3%, excuse me, of the population, and we're supposed to trust these people. We're supposed to trust this handful of people that they actually go to space. There's so few of them, but we're just supposed to trust everything they say. Like, I'm just saying, this is the uncool stream for Insomniacs. Thank you. Facts. We here, baby. We doing it. Like Dirk said. 33% facts. 0.00000000000.33% of the human population has ever been to space, but we're supposed to believe that they've been there. We're supposed to trust this. Like, we're just supposed to take this as the gospel. All right. Just saying, like this is it's wild. It's wild. And who the heck filmed them as they were landing? Like the cameraman was already there, prepped up and ready to go, ready to film all of this. Hey, we got serious commenter in the house. Hey, sweetheart. Good to see you. Good morning. It's 2:34 here in the morning. Um, I can't remember where you are. I'm not sure what time it is where you are, but it is 2:34 a.m. Good morning, sweetheart. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you want more shits and giggles, have a look at the fake space station. It is a fake psyops like no other. The harnessing is in plain sight. Facts. Y'all want to leave this plane of joy? Goodbye. Right. Prada designing spacesuits now. Really, Gabby? I haven't heard of about that. Good to see you, girl. I'm in Central Time. Okay. Yeah, that's wild. Hang on. Taking a drink real quick. Give me just a second. Okay. I need to get a shock mount for this mic. I keep bumping it and it's making that loud dong noise like in my headphones, and it drives me nuts. I don't know if y'all can hear that when I bump it, but I can hear it and it kind of drives me crazy. So we'll probably, hang on. Is this more footage? Let me see. No. No. It's so insulting. Look at this. Look at him hanging on this string. Seriously. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let's see what this other video is. Let's see. Oh, I'm looking at the Uncool, is Gabby your sister? No, why you say that? Nope. Yo, she's my sister from another mister. Makes sense to me. It's like old clips of the Three Stooges. I'm looking for new conspiracies. All my old ones came true. We need more beast system fashion. Facts. They just I guess they just think we just can't get enough. Let's see what this is. Lunar Olympics. And look, it's always named Apollo, always after some fallen angel. Apollo, the angel of the bottomless pit. Revelation chapter 9, verse 11. They tell you exactly what they're dealing with. How come nothing else is moving in like this weightlessness environment? Like all this stuff is just solid, just on the ground, like just there. Like even the wire is just not moving. It's just there. I don't know. It's just insulting. Facts, Dirk. All great minds think alike. That's why we are here. Absolutely. I'm so glad all y'all still up. I thought I was gonna be on here by myself. To be honest with you, 380-pound astronaut, doubt it. Right. It's insulting. It really is. Look, it's more of this crap. Okay, same clips. I feel like I'm losing brain cells looking at this. But yeah, there's that. We can go ahead and go to our last story of the morning here, or evening, depending on where y'all are. It's that selective gravity. Facts, Curious Georgia. I had too much Dr. Pepper with my tacos, so here I am. Who is filming this, man? They got a whole crew up there. Wherever that studio is, crew, lights, props, everything. He had an itch. Astronaut planting trees on the moon. All right, so I thought I'd end. Let me see. Let's check this story out here. This is I thought this was pretty interesting. This was published a month ago. Imprisoned scientists who gene edited babies wanted to transform the human species. I thought this was quite fitting with what's possibly happening with the toxination. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows for real? They can tell us X, Y, and Z, but to me, it sounds like mRNA could very well be rewriting, deoxyribonucleic acid. Not sure how much of that I can talk about on PooTube, but y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. So I thought this would be interesting to share. Imprisoned scientists who gene edited babies wanted to transfer the human species. There we go. All right. So the idea that genetic modification can improve humanity isn't new. I mean, none of this stuff is new. The Bible tells us there is nothing new under the sun, right? But it has taken some interesting turns within the scientific community over the past few years. One of the most notable comes from the mind of He Jinki. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. A Chinese scientist whose gene editing of human babies led to infamy in a prison sentence. Now he, known as JK to friends, thinks that gene edited humans could be the future of our species. It's interesting that they capitalize he right here. That's interesting. All right. So, according to a new profile piece by the New Yorker, JK's work sounds like just kidding. JK work on genetic modification seems to be driven by one major goal: make humanity better, build back better. Okay. One big way that JK hoped to do this was by editing the genes on embryos to help avoid diseases such as cancer and even Alzheimer's and HIV. See, they always use this angle here. They always pluck at your heartstrings. They always say, hey, but it can help us in this way. And they always go to healthcare. Always. Just like Elon Muskrat in the brain chips. Oh, but it can help X, Y, and Z. Okay. All right. The entire thing seems almost like someone is trying to play God. Excuse me. And JK ended up in prison for his troubles. Now, though, the infamous scientist has returned to the world, released from prison last year, and it looks like he's already planning how to return to his work on creating gene-edited humans. But how does someone get access to embryos to try their hand at making gene-edited babies? Well, JK was clever in his approach. For starters, he focused on finding a way to eliminate the risk of HIV, and then took that focus and used it to recruit couples from HIV/AIDS chats. In these couples, one partner was infected and the other wasn't. For these couples, JK's gene editing was a real chance to have a child without worrying about HIV transmission. Of course, The entire idea is very ambitious and certainly toes the line between morally right and scientifically too far. What's more, the current status of any of the embryos that JK has worked on in the past is still unknown, and it's unclear how his former patients are doing. Now that he's out of prison, we'll likely see him finding new ways to advance his work in his attempts to make gene editing humans. After all, we've already made genetically modified mosquitoes, and genetically modified cats could allow us to remove their allergen causing genes. So it isn't surprising to see scientists looking for ways to use that power on humanity too. That's wild, right? Hold on. Is this the yeah, scientists discover evidence. You know, it was one of these stories was published in the New York Post saying a scientist allegedly discovered a new planet, but it was a slice of chorizo. It looked just like this. That's what I thought this story was. But yeah, isn't this crazy how they just straight up tell you like, yeah, we're studying genetically editing humans and blah blah blah. This dude was allegedly in jail for it. And then it's quite interesting how he focused his studies on the HIV, on HIV. And when you think about what the toxination is doing to people, giving them, toxone induced HIV, if you catch my drift. So it's interesting that this story took that kind of angle straight to the HIV. So I just thought it was interesting to share. So this stuff is not going to stop. Like, they're going to build back better. And I feel like that applies to everything. I feel like that applies to our food supply, education, the economy, everything, like infrastructure. They're going to take that build back better as far as it can go to flip everything upside down, right? Hey, Aunt Betty. What's up, sweetheart? Good to see you. Fake news warning. Dirk said the Chinese astronauts. No, that wasn't the Chinese astronauts. That was allegedly the moon landing. I believe the people that are going to find out in another year that they are GMOs. They're possibly. Good to see you, Betty. Man, I wish y'all understood Q, but it takes time. We don't have anymore. Let me see. Until next time, God bless you all in live stream. All right, Rage. Thank you so much for stopping by, sweetheart. The cure was created before the facts. I believe that, Travis. I love you too, Betty. It's very good to see you, sweetheart. It's very nice to see you always. So I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I'm actually towards the end here. I'm about to turn this screen off. Hop back on here, everybody. I just thought I'd come on here, man. It was just nice. I didn't anticipate to have anybody here tonight. So, this morning it is 2:47 a.m. Eastern right now. So it's nice to have everybody here. So thank y'all so much for taking the time to come by and listen. I don't know why everybody up this late, but it is what it is. I appreciate y'all being up with me. I was real bored. They have been doing gene editing forever. Absolutely. The Bible tells us nothing new under the sun. What is this blue thing on my chat here? I'm about to hit this. What is this? Is a shortcut for a chat filter? Weird. Interesting. I don't know. YouTube been making so many changes. I didn't even know what that thing was. Okay. Yeah, it was like a blue button popped up over my chat. I'm trying to see what that was. I don't know. I got it. But yeah, so I was just bored. Thought I'd come on here. Probably get off here now. Now I'm stalling. I honestly don't have anything else to chat about. I mean, after I go so long without coming on here, I kind of feel like I miss y'all. So I have to come on here. So I really appreciate everybody watching, being here, hitting that like button, seeing what's up. It is so nice to see you all. Let's see what else we got here. Now, I was working on a couple different things. I've been working on it. Well, not actively working, but I have a project saved for a video on Tupac that I should have been finished. I just have not gone back in there to finish it. But now that they have arrested the guy that was allegedly responsible for the shooting, of Tupac, I can actually go in there and finish that Tupac video for y'all. So let me go ahead and do that. But man, I'm telling y'all, it takes a lot to sit down and do that editing. It's such a tedious process, and sometimes I'm just lazy. I'm not even gonna lie. So there's that. I feel love from all the great family on here on Uncoolparanoia, best choice. And Dirk, you the real MVP. Now, I met Dirk in another chat, The Illusion. Y'all should follow The Illusion. He's dope. But Dirk gave my channel a chance, and he just randomly came by because I was over there shilling for myself. Like, hey, I do live streams too. Y'all should come follow my channel. Dirk gave me a chance, and I'm so glad he did. So thank you for that, homie. I really appreciate it. Gabby knows. Thank you all. Yeah, but the 17th letter of the alphabet Q is a very interesting topic. I would love to do a stream about that because, I mean, the reason why I don't is because it's super risky. Like, PooTube is pretty sensitive about the Q subject, but I definitely know a lot about it, about the Quetzalcoatl, the winged serpent, and all that crap. So, yeah, and my camera looks so blurry. I don't know why. I don't know why my camera looks blurry right now. I got something to wipe that off. I don't know. I don't know why it's having such a hard time focusing right now. It looks like it's trying to clear up now, but that's weird. Let me see. I don't know why my camera looking like that. But anyway, the feathered winged serpent. I was thinking about that the other day on how God cursed the serpent to crawl on his belly for the rest of his days. And makes me think, okay, so when the Bible refers to Satan or Lucifer as the dragon, apparently he had wings, he could fly. So after he did what he did in the garden and then got cursed, he was cursed to crawl on his belly. So when you look up Quetzalcoatl, the Q, the symbol of it is a winged serpent. Very interesting stuff. So there's many like cultures around the world who literally still worship the feathered serpent, the Quetzalcoatl, or the dragon. So yeah, that's a very interesting topic to like really dig into. So Q is a deep subject for real. Nice people I remember from last time I was on your podcast. Yeah, I appreciate that, Dirk, and everyone in the chat. Love you. Crazy the Tupac revelation, or not really. Yeah, it's crazy how Pac has so many connections to Trump. That's the crazy part. And Deke Aquatic, go to bed. I am not sleepy, and apparently these other people are not sleepy either. So we gonna chat. We gonna chop it up. I appreciate you for stopping by, homie. By the way, this the homie over here on Facebook with this hilarious name, Dick Aquatic, but I like to pronounce it Deke because I'm fancy. Deke Aquatic. Donut Factory is a great truther. YouTube doesn't like him telling the truth on here. Do you know him? Donut Factory. I haven't heard of Donut Factory. We're going to have to check Donut Factory out all over the world. Facts, I'm Betty. Red Dragon, Planet X. X in the xenotransplantation. The modifying of the human genome of the seed of the woman. That's what the X symbolism is for, like the xenotransplantation. Oh man, there's so much stuff I want to make videos for, especially about more specifically about the character X from the Resident Evil video games, when he used to be called Tyrant back in the day. If I have any gamers in the chat, if you ever played any earlier Resident Evil games, that big dude who just chases you all around the game, he was once upon a time called simply Tyrant, but now they call him Mr. X, simply because he's like a genetically modified like soldier, and that's what the X symbolism is. That's the xenotransplantation. That is the corruption of the seed of the woman. That's the changing of the DNA. So which what they want to do, they want to mix, the seed of the fallen with mankind. Pretty much what's happening. Dirk loved the donut. I'm missing out. I don't know who Donut is. He's great. I have no idea. Girl, it's like 2 a.m. They got green lights on. I know. I am wide awake. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna be up for a while. Before I go to sleep. Watch. After I cut this off, I have to wait for my adrenaline to tone down. Like, I can't just hop into bed and go to sleep after this. Like, it's gonna take me a minute to go to bed. Like, yeah. He still is a tyrant. That is a class of bioweapon. He's a particular one in Resident Evil 2's Mr. X. I know. That's just very interesting. The Bible tells us there's nothing new under the sun. The same stuff has been around this entire time. More like 3 a.m. 2:54. Facts. She's in her green porter potty face. Why do you keep calling my room a porter potty? You're such a hater. Such a hater, Gabby. Hey, Gabby. Why you hating on my room, girl? Yes, check him out. He's on The Truth, House Skull and Bones, Freemason WF. He is one smart dude. Yep. So I still got time to get banned for picking at brains. Love your on-air sign. Thank you, sweetheart. Mundane told me it's cricket, which it probably is. I didn't use a level. I just stuck it up there. It probably is cricket. Like, man, how hard are you staring to notice that my on-air sign is cricket? Ah, dang, so critical. So critical of everything. Someone said it in chat and it's stuck. Barbie call, that was fancy. Yeah, now I'm gonna be up, like, because my adrenaline is so high after these streams. I'm typically up 2 hours even after this. Like I can't just go to sleep straight away. So, man, I kind of just let my my other channel just just kind of fall by the wayside. I haven't posted anything on there in so long. But look, I do have to make a video about this though. I just got this gimbal for this GoPro, and it is so freaking dope. Let me see if it's still charged. Look how this thing powers up. I love it. Hang on. Let me see if it powers up right. And it just automatically levels itself. I love it. This thing is freaking dope. How it stabilizes the video, man. They did the darn thing with this. So I was gonna make a video about this. Like, I love this gimbal. Like, I've just been nerding out on camera gear and kind of getting footage and learning how to edit it. I haven't posted it yet, but I will. I'll get around to it. But man, editing is so freaking tedious. But yeah. You need to be my insomnia neighbor. Trust, it is not like this all the time. I'm really just up because my daughter was gone. She's going to be back tomorrow, and I just thought I'd make the most of it. I just thought I'd make the most of my time since my daughter will be back tomorrow afternoon. It's the light that's changing the green color. Hoot owl holler. Hey, what's up, Hoot? How you doing? Always a pleasure, sweetheart. Always a pleasure. And this muff is like collecting lint. Like, where is that coming from? It's annoying me because I'm just staring right at it and it's right there. And look, and it's a piece on my shirt. Who out holler? Good to see you. Why are all of y'all up? Like, for real. Who owl? What time is it where you are? We got the Insomnia crew in the house. Insomnia crew. Excuse me. We got the Insomnia crew. Hold on. We're gonna y'all remember when NASA was boosting, like they were gonna make flu shots for astronauts? Hold on, I'm gonna play a sound bite for y'all real quick. They were gonna make flu shots for astronauts. Here we go.
Space vaccines.
I just think that's funny. Like, NASA is utterly ridiculous. Everything they say is like a freaking joke, and they know it too. They know we be laughing at them. Please believe it. I'm surprised to see you so early. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. here now. 3 a.m. in the morning. Cool device should become the female donut factory and Tommy Truther. Man, I just geek out on this stuff. I just totally love it. I'm telling you. And I'm so passionate about it. I love coming on here running my mouth, especially because you guys are specifically here to watch me do it. So 2:57 a.m. Okay, we in the same time zone. Where are you? Which state are you in? I'm just chatting now. Like you caught us towards the tail end of the stream. Like I done went through all the news stories. I took some notes here earlier about some stuff that I was gonna work on. Like, oh, I was looking into like here in Michigan, I was looking into the mayors and the governors, and they all have one thing in common. All of them have some sort of fraternity or sorority connection. Like you have to be a part of a fraternity or sorority to get anywhere. Like it's a huge thing. Some people just feel like they just do it. Ooh, I know it's time to get off here because these headphones starting to make my ears hurt. My left ear, it's always my left ear that hurt. My right ear never hurt, but my left one, once my left ear start hurting, I know it's time for me to get off. But yeah, I was looking up Kwame Kilpatrick, Gretchen Whitmer, Jennifer Granholm, Mayor Coleman A. Young, and these are all like, you know, leadership here in Michigan, like political leadership. And they're all a part of fraternities and sororities. I just thought that was very interesting. Like, Uncle, are you going to expand your channel and become a YouTube Truth Factory? What does that mean? What's a YouTube Truth Factory? kind of elaborate on that for me, Dirk. Carolinas. Oh, nice. Okay. We got Miss D in the house. Well, hey, sweetheart. How you doing? How you doing? Miss D all the way from Abu Dhabi. Good to see you, girl. Miss D is in the house. Just finished a back-to-back show with Burns. Oh, you probably tired, huh? Miss D, if you want to hop on and say, hey, you're more than welcome, sweetheart. You always welcome. Jesuit schools. Facts. Like all of them. All of them. It took me a minute to find Gretchen Whitmer's sorority affiliation because they didn't have it in her Wikipedia article, but I had to actually dig for hers. They made that difficult. Whew. But I found it though. Yep. Dang, my left ear. Woo, it's hurting. How long has it been? Yeah, usually around the 2-hour mark. That's when my left ear started hurting. Purely entertainment singing. Yeah, she does singing over there. So dope. So nice. It's such a nice break from what we do. I'm telling you. We talk about such serious stuff over here. That's why I try to get, I try to make y'all laugh. I try. And I know what we do on here all day can be pretty heavy. So I find the chat gets my creative mind going and gets my adrenaline going. Exactly. Like when I get off of here, it's going to take me a while to wind down and actually go to sleep because I'm going to be so fired up, from doing this stream. Okay, I saw you first on here, Uncool. Let's see. What's wrong with your ear? Nothing's wrong with it. It's just these headphones. After so long, my left ear starts to hurt and I just have to lift it off of here. And then it feels better for a second and then I have to pull it back because it sounds weird if I have one off. But yeah, once I stream for hours, my left ear starts hurting, especially like when I'm doing those game streams. Ooh. I just need a better pair of headphones. I just suffer through these because they're green and green is my favorite color. And I just love these headphones. And I just suffer through it. Like, so I don't know. But Miss D, it's so nice to see you, sweetheart. Let me see. Who we got? We got Burns in the house. Hey, what's up, Burns? What's the deal? What's the deal? Y'all just got finished with the stream over there. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Man, I need to get over there and stream with y'all. Yeah, that'll be so fun. I love those headphones. See? Thank you, sweetheart. See, I suffered through it because I just like them. I love them. They sound great, but they're just not the best for comfort for extended periods of time. But it's okay. I'll just deal with it because I really like these headphones. And look, I bought these off of Poshmark because the original pair that I had, I wore them so much on streams that this part right here started ripping up. So I had to buy another pair, and they don't make these anymore. So I actually bought these used off of somebody off of Poshmark. I just found somebody random selling them on the internet, and I'm like, yes, I need those. And I paid $50 for them from this person. I just need them for the aesthetic. I just need them for my channel. Like, because I love this green. They don't make this particular one anymore. Uncool, you are infectious. You have a very positive vibe. It's funny, you are smarter than my Mensa friends. What? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Man, I try. I just be on here, man, having a good time. I really appreciate y'all in the chat. Such wonderful people. Everybody in this chat just brings such great energy. And it in turns just keep me going. Look, I've been done with the stories. I don't know how many minutes ago, and I'm still on here chatting. That's because I just enjoy being on here with y'all. It's just great, enjoy doing the laughs and stuff like that. And I know I can get deep into the numbers, and y'all will probably be looking like, what do these numbers mean? So sometimes I just like to read the news articles about the crazy stuff. So cool. Get you a better pair and paint them. That's an idea. That's definitely a great idea. Earbuds are more comfortable at times. I know, but I don't like the way they look. I like this look better. But yeah, I'll make this this headphone situation better. And look, one of my very good friends, if I can get this off of here. Let me see. Hang on. One of my very good friends actually bought me a proper pair of headphones that I don't use. She bought me these headphones for my birthday, actually. And they just hang on the side of my desk. I have not used them simply because I just like the way these green ones look on the stream. So I will be using those headphones. So hey, good to see. Yeah, it's so great to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. No worries. We can do a replay. Hoot owl holla. Yep, I love catching Miss D's streams. She's such a sweetheart. They look heavy. Yeah, they are pretty heavy. They're a pretty solid pair of headphones, and they are much lighter, honestly. So, but that cup is a lot bigger, so I can tell my ear is not going to be hurting in them. But this has just become a part of my whole setup, so I'm just not ready to part with them yet. So. I just love green. Green's my thing. So yeah. But I don't have anything else going on tonight. I'm telling y'all. Let me see. Let me pull these comments up. It's okay. I understand you need to rest too. Okay. Yes, see? Thank you. This is the way to go. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, but you are. It's true. Happy wife, happy life over there. For real. Such sweet energy over there, Miss D. That's what attracted me to your channel, is that you're just so sweet. You got a real nice, calm, sweet voice. And sometimes you just need that out of the break of all the madness of the stuff that we do on our channels. You just need that break, just that entertainment, just that kind of cut from reality, and you bring that sort of content, sweetheart. Just wow, magnifico. You know what I'm saying? If you crochet, you can make a green cover for them. Yeah, I'm not that cool. I'm sorry. I bet my daughter would know how to crochet before I would. My daughter's so awesome. Like, she picks up everything like that. Like, she just blows my mind. She's already identifying witchcraft in her cartoons. She'll come get me. Mommy, mommy, mommy. That was witchcraft right there. I saw, I didn't like that. And I had to turn that off, I'm sub connected to you, sis. Oh, thank you. Hold on. Well, let me hit the favor back. Burns. For real. I got you, Burns. I just subbed. Yeah, I just subbed to you, Burns. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Man, it is always a joy to see y'all come around. For real. Would be softer too. Facts. Uncle, who did you follow for info about Illuminati in the next psyops? Well, we could be here all night talking about that because I've had this Uncool Paranoia account since 2007. Okay. Or was it 2006? I'm about to look. Okay, 2007. June 24th, 2007 is when I made this particular Uncool Paranoia account. But I am subbed to over 500 channels on YouTube. Like, no lie. So there's a lot of people that I follow. But if I had to name particular ones, like, it would be Casey from Enter the Stars. Like, that's been for years. Since 2012 at least. I used to really let me see, KJ. Scariest movie ever. That's KJ. Let me see. The Illusion, of course. I'll follow The Illusion. Let's see. I can just look through here while I'm trying to go off the top of my head because it's impossible. Now, I've really been shifting to more biblical content, for a matter of fact. Do y'all follow Born Again Barbarian? Brian Denlinger? I like a lot of his sermons. Because he really, he compares the sermons to, current events, stuff like that. So it's really good stuff. King of Misfits is really good. I stop in on Mike Winger every now and then, but he pushes the Trinity, so I kind of ducked off of him. But Unspecified Podcast, yes, Unspecified Podcast. Those guys over there, they're really doing it. Now You See TV, I dip over there every now and then. They can kind of go off the deep end sometimes, but I take them in small doses. Stephen Darby Ministries, excellent over there. I like him. The Fullerton Informer, really good. I like him. A Minute to Midnight. Oh, he's over in New Zealand. He does excellent work. Excellent work. A Minute to Midnight, excellent. I actually learned of him through Richie from Boston. I used to follow Richie from Boston a lot, but not so much anymore. But Days of Noah, of course. Follow him too. So those are just a few. Really, The News is Fake. Follow him. Really good. Night Watch Nate. So yeah, it's a lot. Oh, and most notably, the Truther Girls, Sonia, over on the Truther Girls. I've been following her since that's got to be since 2010. I've been following Sonia over on the Truther Girls and Barbarian, her husband Aaron. Police State Radio. He used to be formerly Barbarian Rebellion, of course. They were all linked with Jeff C. Jeff Sensor is over in Canada, so Jeff Sensor is really the reason why I started doing this. And so rest in peace to Jeff C. That's the homie right there. Rest in peace to that brother. But I really didn't have the confidence to do this until after Jeff C passed. But it is what it is. I guess stuff happens for a reason. But TMF, of course, Truth Media Films. He doesn't do streams anymore, but excellent YouTuber. Excellent. He was not afraid to share the gospel and connect it to, the conspiracy narrative and world events. But TMF, excellent YouTuber. He hasn't streamed in over 2 years, but I doubt he'll ever come back, wherever he is. I hope he's doing okay. But TMF, an excellent YouTuber. Let me see. Who's a baby prophetess? Who you talking about, sweetheart? Have the people on here realized when the world is a stage, just to move like a troop and so? Most people haven't. 2007, all pixelated content, pre-HD. Man, I remember how I fell into this stuff. I started with Alex Jones. Not gonna lie. I started with Alex Jones on PooTube, and that's really what opened my world up into all of this. Like, I was in high school, walking around with my headphones, listening to Alex Jones, thinking I was gonna defeat the globalist. Excuse me. So yeah, that's where I started. Thank God I made it away from Alex Jones. So that's just part of my story. Like, yeah, most people were into whatever was going on in hip hop or whatever, but I was hooked on trying to figure out the secrets of the world. And I was trying to find alien footage, and that's how I found KJ from Into the Stars, and then that's how I stumbled upon Casey from Into the Stars, and KJ from Scariest Movie Ever when I was trying to find alien footage and stuff like that. So they were like real tight back then. So I like the channel that always bring it back to Jesus. Facts. I really tried to get Jeff C to, accept Christ and believe the gospel. I really pray he did before he passed, but he was great in other ways. Very, very talented, very, he's very good at what he did, but TMF really connected it all for me. So, and I met my best friend through TMF, my homegirl, Ms. Maskless. Like, that's where we met. And once I realized Ms. Maskless had a channel, whoo, right after Jeff C passed, that's when I just got going, like, straight up. So, have been woken up from the Holy Spirit. Also, like my fighter buddy turned minister, Dan Biondi, and brother Brian Reese, along with David Carrico. David Carrico? Oh yeah. Good dudes over there. Oh yeah, I know David. Well, know of David. Cool, you're very enlightened to be so young. I'm impressed. Oh, thanks. All praises, all power to Christ, all glory to the Holy Spirit, all glory to Jesus Christ. Period. Can't take credit for that. I have to take credit to finally understanding the gospel. And I cannot stand when my camera starts blurring out like that. Why it has a problem focusing every now and then. I think I have to unplug this thing and plug it back in. I don't know. It drives me nuts. But yeah, all glory to Christ and salvation. So that's all I can say about that. Did you watch the Minds of Men film on Truth Stream Media? Yeah, I did. I used to follow them heavily too, but they were conveniently quiet during the whole 2020 thing, and that just really didn't sit well with me. So I don't follow them so closely anymore. I stop by every now and then, though. I'm not gonna lie. Just got back. Let me read. All right, Travis. Love Days of Noah. Yeah, Days of Noah. He's great. Yep, pretty talented dude over there. So yeah, I'm just rambling now. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up because it is 3:17 in the morning here, Eastern time. In Michigan here. Pretty late. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up because, man, I'm kind of hungry now. I usually don't like eating around this time, but man, this adrenaline got me hungry. Cool. I thought it was my eyes blurring. Yes, this freaking camera. It wasn't doing that at first. I don't know why it's having a hard time focusing. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry about that. But I'll work on that. I'll get that fixed. Got to get me a XC30. I was thinking about getting me either a Nikon or a Canon. I need a better camera now because I feel like I've outgrown this camera that I'm using. This is the Logitech Brio 4K. And I feel like I've outgrown this now. Like my needs have outgrown this camera now that it's starting to have a focusing problem. Now I really want another camera. So yeah, an actual streaming camera. So I'm over this one now. Now just having these focusing problems. Like that's embarrassing. Like why are you having? I'm not even doing anything. I'm sitting right in front of this camera. Like why is it having a hard time focusing? Like that's ridiculous. Like it's getting on my nerves. Absolutely. Nancy, thank you so much for watching, sweetheart. For watching on this random stream. I really appreciate it. I know all my streams are random. God will win. Oh, God has won already. The enemy's defeated already. That's why the enemy is behaving the way he is, because he knows he is defeated. and time is short. That's why they kind of accelerating this stuff. Agenda 2030 is in talks of being pushed to Agenda 2025. They know their time is short. And I feel like Donald T. Trump is going to be the last president. He's going to run this thing like a dictatorship because it's going to be full on NWO at that point. But, that's just me, because the enemy knows his time is short. God has already won. Period. The movie isn't for your eyes only. It's just minor problem annoying. It's annoying. Like, there's no reason for this camera to have a problem focusing. I can see if I was doing a lot or moving a lot. I'm just sitting here and like you can't focus on me, and I'm just sitting here. It's terrible. Someone said salvation comes with a price. Take nothing lightly. I mean, it's most definitely a free gift, but it will come with suffering. It does come with suffering. Nobody said it's going to be easy. Watchmen in this piece. What is it, like 12 a.m. where you are? Are you in the West Coast? Good to see you, Watchmen. No, we up pretty late. We just kicking, we chilling. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. We are super late. See, my bad. Look, I just hit this thing. I'm gonna get that shock mount to put right here to absorb that noise. So my bad, y'all. How about I sit that on the floor so I can avoid doing that next time? Samoan the Observer. Samoan the Observer. Yeah, you called us on the tail end, homie. I just been sitting here rambling the rest of this time. I have already gone through the stories. But yeah, we on up out of here. So everybody, believe the gospel and be saved. Jesus Christ is the only way to the Father. That's it. That's all. Beautiful people. Where the paranoia is most certainly uncool. I am ready to get off of here now because I honestly don't have anything else to talk about. We've already gone through the story. So love y'all. Everybody who sent the super chats, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Like that was really dope. So thank y'all for that. I appreciate everybody for watching, hitting that like button. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. So where the paranoia is most certainly uncool. Love you all. God bless. Believe the gospel and be saved. Salvation is a free gift. So remember that. All right, everybody, I'm out of here.